Countdown's over. You know what that means? It means it's time for the debut, the premiere, the first episode of the Wrestle Watch Podcast here from bodyslam.net. I am Cassidy Haynes, owner of bodyslam.net, and I'm here with my man, Tom, from Tom Talks Rubbish, to pretty much birth his brainchild of a project that he had for us. Tom.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, Tom, real quick, before we even dive in, everything, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, since this is if they don't know you, they can get to know you. So tell us a little about what's going on with you, buddy. Tell us about yourself.
Essentially, I'm a guy that lucked into doing what he's doing now. For those of you that haven't seen...
I think we all did, honestly, bro.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to start interviewing people in the wrestling media like your good self. And how this project basically came about is we hit it off. Like, our interview was supposed to go an hour. I think we went, an hour and a half?
More like 2, probably. Or I think it was only supposed to go like 30 minutes, and we went like an hour and a half or 2 or something like that.
Something like that. Like, me and you just hit it off. And then you messaged me about a week later being like, I want to bring you onto Body Slam. So come up with some ideas. So the brainchild for this essentially was, I don't have friends to watch wrestling with. So it was like, and I love finding out, like, because should we say, like, the plan is to have guests on eventually, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, we'll tell them about this is how we're going to tell them about the podcast and what this show's about, because people might not know yet. This is the first time they're being exposed to it too, so they're getting exposed to you, they're getting exposed to the show. So yeah, dude, this is tell them about what the plan is for the show, what we're going to do, and yourself. So yeah, keep going.
So basically, every so often, me and you are going to watch a match and basically talk about it. Mm-hmm. Essentially, we've completely stolen the unoriginal idea. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been done, but hey, it hadn't been done by us. So
nah.
Shit.
And as an interviewer, I do love finding out, why does someone love this match? Why does someone maybe not like this match? Do you know what I mean?
Or somebody that hasn't seen the match, maybe, and this might be the first time they have seen it, and then you get, instant.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't actually think of that.
Yeah, so there's tons of stuff there too. And we'll give people a chance, so you can follow the podcast or the show, Wrestle Watch, on Twitter at Wrestle Watch. Is it Wrestle Watch Pod or Wrestle Watch Podcast? Do you remember?
Wrestle Watch Pod.
At Wrestle Watch Pod. And we'll be doing little polls to help you guys, the fans, and everybody interact with us and get to know us.
I was going to say this to you.
Some matches.
My plan and the way I was thinking about it was after we finish our pod, recording a pod, I was literally going to stick the poll up either the next day or the same day. Oh, yeah. So we have till the couple of days after.
Oh yeah, we'll run it until a couple of days before we start recording the next one. So we got people plenty of time to vote and get commentary and talk about it, get discussion going of what match and why matches might be better choices, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll do it interactively. Me and you or the people, we'll have 4 matches each poll, basically.
Yeah.
I think is and we'll run a poll, and then the winner is the one we're going to watch, and eventually we'll cover as many matches as we can. But yeah, dude, I like this idea. It'll be fun.
Because we should say this, we don't just strictly want to watch one promotion, do we?
Mm-hmm. No. I want to go all of it. I want to maybe watch some Impact. I want to watch some indie stuff, maybe some New Japan, some Ring of Honor. So I'm good for anything. It's up to the fans. But we're going to be doing this watch-along style. So for copyright purposes, we're not allowed to actually put the screen up and watch it on screen. But we're going to be watching along live and doing our own commentary and banter and talking about the match. And we encourage you guys to do the same too. So we'll let you know, a timestamp, how to get ready. We'll let everybody get ready to go. But that's the premise is we're going to be watching this match. We're going to be talking about it. And then afterwards we'll kind of summarize, wrap it up, give our thoughts after watching it again, and just, see where our conversation goes, basically, as far as I guess.
As the community grows, we'd love to hear from you guys, like your questions on a match, your comments on a match, etc. Wouldn't we?
Yeah, and we'll be running these live sometimes. Right now, at first, we'll probably do them off air and put them up post, so we won't be
only because Tom's a chicken.
But we're going to get you more comfortable because, man, I'm telling you, I did my first one live, just diving into it, and that's really the best way to go. Get your feet wet jump into the deep end of the pool, bro. But it'll be good. It'll be fine. But once we go live, it'll get more interactions with our audience. We'll be able to discuss with them. So you guys keep a lookout for that. We'll let you know when we're doing these live. But for the time being, we're going to do them in post, and that's fine. So what we're going to do now, let me tell you. So before we get into what match we're going to watch, let's do a little housekeeping. If you're not following Body Slam yet on YouTube, you guys should be doing that. You should subscribe to the YouTube channel below. If you have not, let me pull up the little ticker here. You guys can boom. There it goes. So yeah, thumbs up this video if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel. Do all that. We really appreciate it. That helps out. And also we have a Twitch channel too. If you guys like to watch your podcast through Twitch or wherever you like your content, we got it there. So go to our Twitch channel. It's the same. Go to twitch.tv/bodyslamnet. And you can find us there. Follow us on Twitch as well. And you can see my Twitter handle. It's right here, guys. You can always follow me on Twitter. Cassidy Haynes. It's at Casshole, CASSHOOOLE. And Tom, your handle is basically the same thing as you right there. Tom Talks Rubbish, right, on Twitter? All one word? Yep. So you can follow Tom. All one word, Tom Talks Rubbish on Twitter. Give him a follow. He's the newest guy here at the Body Slam staff. We're really thrilled to have him on. He's got some really good stuff on his YouTube channel. You should go follow his YouTube channel, the Tom Talks Rubbish channel as well. He's got some good content up there as well. You guys are going to love it. And we got more stuff we're going to be bouncing back and forth between the two, obviously.
And a second one, which I don't know if you saw the tweet about, I'm starting a clips channel as well.
We talked about it, but I didn't see the tweet. So we had talked about that, you and I, off air over the weeks leading up to this. But yeah, cool. Follow all that. Tom, follow his Twitter. Follow him on there. You can find out all that stuff. But yeah, definitely subscribe to that and subscribe to us as well. But also, follow the Body Slam Twitter as well if you haven't done that. And you guys can always, if you feel like donating to Body Slam, our cause, to keep us going. We don't make a lot of money off this, but you can go to slamchats.com, give us a donation. We greatly appreciate it. And you can put a comment, hear from it, all that good stuff. We'll read it on the air, all that goodness. But yeah, go to slamchats.com if you want to contribute that way. We really appreciate it. But I think I got all the, promotional bullshit out of the way. Tom, do you want to tell everybody what we are going to be watching for our first ever episode of Wrestle Watch?
So the premise of the poll essentially was my favorite matches to help you guys get to know me a little bit better. Mm-hmm. So should I say what was in the poll, or should I just go?
Yeah. Say what was in the poll, because we'll probably be voting on those later too. We're going to keep them all up, so eventually watch as much as we can. So yeah, run down the poll. So
was it Shawn Michaels Taker 2 at Mania 26? Mm-hmm. It was. I know it. Oh, I've gone blank. It was definitely Edge Foley. What was the fourth one, Cass? Because my brain is not working.
I think you had it. Do you want me just to pull it up? Hold on. I'm just going to pull it up. You just keep chatting about stuff you like, and I'll find it real quick on the poll.
So basically, guys, the match we are going to be watching today is Cody versus Dustin from Mania. No, AEW. Double or Nothing 2019. And I think
which was their debut, wasn't that their big debut pay-per-view as well?
Unless you count All In, which I personally don't.
Turn off automatically.
Oh shit, let's move.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, take care of it, brother. It's fine. I'm still looking for our poll, but 2019, Double or Nothing was their big premiere launch. All In doesn't count because that was a different Ring of Honor. It was pretty much a test run. You know what I mean? It was a beta.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've gone blank what the full form was.
I'm pulling it up. I'm slow on the Twitter gimmick here, guys, to pull it up, but I'm scrolling. I should just go to the Wrestle Watch podcast poll first. All right, so it was Shawn Taker Mania 26, Foley and Edge Mania 22, and you had Shinsuke versus Sammy from a takeover. And
that was it.
Cody and Dustin Double or Nothing. I don't remember which takeover that was from, but Dallas takeover Dallas. So cool. Those were your choices. Those are your 4 favorite matches.
They're just my 4 favorite. And
off the top.
Yeah. I thought that would help you guys get to know me a little bit better. So basically, we're going to be watching Cody versus Dustin.
I was at this match, like I told you earlier. I was there live on the floor, and I might have only watched this. I don't know if I watched it, when I got home or not. This might be my first watch through since then. If not, it's definitely, I'm going to pretend like it is because I don't remember watching it after being there. So I'm just going to call it my second watch since being there live. So
whereas I watched this match religiously, it's my favorite match of all time.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I like to hear that.
Purely because it's the first, and this is going to make me sound like a wrestling like novice, but it's the first non-WWE match I ever watched.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's awesome, man. That's good. See, and that's what is cool about this because AEW gave people other, options and like
basically by the time I got into wrestling, TNA was not great.
Not great, and
you only really had WWE. And then around this sort of time, I sort of stopped watching wrestling. And then this came up, and I was like, "Yep, I'm going to watch this."
That's awesome. Yeah, man. I'm excited to get this going. So what we'll do, you're watching it on the Fight app. So guys, we're going to give everybody a chance. So if you got the Fight app, you can pull this up on the Fight TV app, Double or Nothing 2019. And on that, it's at the 1 hour and 34 minute mark exactly. I am not able to watch it on the Fight TV app because I live in America. But we're going to start this match. Basically, it's right when the video package ends and it goes to the little gold little chandelier looking thing that's hanging down for the entrance. So it's right when the entrances start, right when the video package ends. I'm watching it on another means, either Bleacher Report if you have
you don't need to know about,
or whatever, however you're going to watch it. You do your thing. But I'm basically ready. We'll give everybody a chance to go do that. You should be good to go. Pause it. If not, get caught up. 1 hour and 34 minute mark on Fight TV. Like I said, if not, it's right when the entrance package is ready to go. And are you ready to go here, buddy? I'll let you do a countdown. We'll go 1, 2, 3 on mark. So it's like 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, go. I'll let you do the countdown, and we'll hit play on go. So tell me when you're ready. 1, 2, 3.
So Cody's music is just starting, and it's going like.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I screwed it up. So hit pause again.
Oh shit.
Hit pause. So I hear his music.
Stop swearing. Sorry, Cass.
No, we're not gonna stop swearing on this channel, guys. That's not something we do here. We swear. I actually don't know what happened when I hit play. I guess my fat thumb did something and it kicked it out to the home screen and it went to like another app. So all of a sudden, something on my Roku TV popped up that I was not watching. So just 1 second.
Roku TV is so weird.
It's so weird, bro. I hit play, and the next thing I know, it is definitely not that.
Have you got a Samsung TV by any chance?
No, I wish I did. It probably worked better.
No, because I have that same problem, and I have a Samsung TV.
Anyway, I'm gonna quickly. No, give me just a second. I know exactly where I'm gonna be at, but I'm gonna skip to it. Past the video package. Boom, video package is there. Let me give you just a second. And
your dog
hit play. I'm good. Hit play. Yeah, hit play. We're good.
Go. Question for you.
And turn the volume down a little bit. We can turn the volume down just a little bit, so that way we're hearing us and not really the background. You know what I mean?
Is that any better?
Yeah. We just don't want to get hit with copyright stuff either.
Yep, definitely. Is that better?
Oh yeah, you're good. A little bit more. Turn it down. I don't think we should be able to hear it at all on our end. We should just hear us. There we go. But we're going to talk about this. So this entrance was big because this was the throne breaker entrance, right?
What was the reaction to that live?
Well, we were right now. We couldn't see what was going on because it's still like the long Cody, all that shit. And I was on the floor, so of course, I couldn't see. I was actually facing the stage too, so I was looking at it. So I was kind of head on at it. So I was like, "What's going on exactly?" And it was taking me a second, but So the throne is there now. You can see the Triple H throne.
The only thing I really don't like about this entrance is his music starts for a second time.
Yeah, they hadn't worked out the production kinks yet.
Which tells you how long it was.
It was so long. Yeah, it's so long. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And then even with the camera here, you see them come out, but yet they didn't show it they were showing the throne. It's like they missed him come out. You know what I mean? The camera,
they were a new company. I'll put it this way.
Or that they didn't. Yeah, something was off there with that because they definitely had him. They didn't even show him come out. You should have seen Cody come out. You should have seen Cody come out the tunnel.
This is the weird thing, though. He walks down to the ring, but walks back up again.
Because he's got to go get the. He doesn't come out with the. Because Triple H always found the sledgehammer under the ring, so he's got to go under the ring and get the Triple H sledgehammer. Figuratively to symbolize that.
Yeah, I get that,
But also, it's all about Cody. That entrance is all about Cody and how much Cody.
I know. Wrestling shows are long enough without really long entrances, though.
Oh, come on, man. That's the Undertaker thing, man. You can't. The Roman and Undertaker entrances. That's just what it is.
True.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's a lot of entrance here.
It's very. I don't want to call it self-indulgent, but it is very sort of.
That's a very good word for it. That's a very good word for it. Because at this point, when I was watching this live, I remember being like, okay, so this is definitely a company's all about Cody. You know what I mean? Because, like,
which is very weird to look back on now.
Isn't it? Well, also because, like, I think that was the plan he had at first, and then when that didn't go his way, he lost that executive role too. He lost that creative voice.
Don't get me wrong. I thought that was cool as SHIT.
Bro, you can say shit. Trust me, you can say shit on here.
Enough.
I'm gonna say fuck on accident a couple of times, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I swear.
Yes. There is a God. I had a horrible feeling. I didn't fill up my drink before we started this.
Oh, I ran and got one out of the fridge because I was like, I'm. Even if you need to, you can run, dude. It's 30 minutes. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, mate.
I'll carry it while you're gone.
Because we're in the
I like
UK.
how he broke it and it didn't break well too. So like he just went to smash it and it didn't smash. Now he's standing and celebrating.
His music just started again.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Justin Roberts, the icon, my favorite ring announcer of all time.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, I love Justin
this is pre neck tattoo too. That's weird to see.
When did the neck tattoo debut? That was
Full Gear.
MJF,
Full Gear,
wasn't it?
It was Full Gear or Revolution.
I think it was Revolution with the MJF match.
Yeah, it was Revolution with MJF. Yeah, it's definitely where it was because I remember where I was sitting and being like, "What's on his neck?"
Were you there for Revolution as well?
I went to every AEW show from All In up until Pandemic, every major pay-per-view and all the major TV events. I was at all these.
Bro, I want your life. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not cheap, bro. Like I know. It'd be different if I worked for a company and the company paid. I am the company, so it's coming out of my pocket.
I've said this and I know this isn't the time or the place, but
there I am. Boom.
You just seen yourself.
I could see where I could see I could see I know where I was because I knew the dude next to me. I could where he was, and I'm right there in the middle middle when the crane's like coming over that section. I'm right in the middle.
What's your thoughts on how they got around not being able to say his last name? Justin Roberts pausing and going with Brandy Rhodes. Because
it was the only way to get away from saying to be able to do it until they got it back from the trademark issue.
Because I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Cody and Brandy Rhodes instead of being Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes because you couldn't say Cody Rhodes at the time. Yeah, it was Cody and Brandy Rhodes. So,
have you seen Dustin's match from this week's Dynamite as we're recording this?
You mean Raw?
With Punk.
You mean Raw?
What?
Oh, Dustin. I thought you meant Cody.
Dustin.
Yeah, I did watch it. That was a really good match.
I loved it. He still got it.
This was cool too because I was wondering what he would look like when he came out because I knew he couldn't have the Goldust look because they owned that character, so he couldn't come out gold.
What's your thoughts on him still using face paint though?
I mean, it's who he is. That's why he has it half and half. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's showing you the parts of his career because he is Goldust and he is Dustin the Natural. So you got both. Yeah, I think if he didn't use the face paint, it would people that know who Goldust is but don't know didn't realize he's Dustin Rhodes wouldn't put the two together.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
I have a question for after the match, but
make sure you remember it. Write it down.
I'm gonna write it down, mate, because
that's why I got my pen and pad. That's why we did it before we started. Let me get my notepad in case I need to remember stuff to bring up.
Well, I can't write, can I? So I have to use my iPad.
Whatever you got to do. I don't even have an iPad. I'm a caveman.
Bro, I have medical conditions that mean I can't write. You know this.
I know that. I was just making myself the victim here. Come on, man. I don't have an iPad. I live in a cave. Anyway, this is my first time actually going to Vegas, too, so it was really cool being in this building.
How much money did you lose?
I made money actually gambling. It was cool.
Did
But I spent money on the trip, but like I made money while I was there that paid for me to have fun the whole time I was there.
I get you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I hit a couple. Hey, I know that guy right there holding the camera. That's my buddy Dave. What's up, Dave? Yeah, that's my buddy Dave Hancock.
What's your thoughts on El Hebner coming back for this match? Because I like it.
I thought it was cool and a good. It was really cool, but it was weird that this was his last. Really, he didn't do much after this.
No, he didn't really, did he?
Same with like Mike Chioda. They brought him in once, and they're like, "Yeah, we're getting rid of you." I think there's something to that because Jim Ross always complains about the refereeing and the officiating. If you listen to his podcast and how like the rules don't mean anything and the referees are just fucking out there in the way and not really enforcing shit and being a referee. Yeah. So I think that like you had Earl and Mike Chioda was very vocal about this himself about like wanting to fix the refereeing in AEW. He said so in interviews and shit and wanted to do like seminars for these referees and teach them how to referee appropriately. And I think it was just like Tony was like, "Yeah, we're good on that." So that's probably why we didn't get them. You know what I mean?
My thing is like we'll see in this match, like the rules don't apply at certain places, like with certain spots, which I will talk about when they come up. But
there was no rules in this match, right? Or was there?
Was there not?
I don't remember. What was it? Was there a stipulation? Let me see if there was a stipulation.
I thought it was just a singles match.
It might have been. Let me look and see. I'm reading the card. Yeah, it was just a singles match. You're right.
And the reason I love this match is because as a lifelong WWE fan, right, obviously I saw the bad Goldust versus Stardust feud. So seeing them get this big stage, I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Apologies if I talk too much.
No, and you know that they wanted to do this too. You know, and I remember being when I was at this show watching this and being like, afterwards being like, man, that was probably that was probably my favorite match on the card.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the best match on this card.
Yeah, I mean, even though that Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers match is really good for the AAA titles, and the Kenny and Jericho match was good.
Oh, is that that's the ladder? No, yeah, that's the ladder match, right?
No, that was in Chicago. This was just
a straight-up tag match, right?
Just a tag match, yeah. The ladder match was in Chicago. I was at that too. That was they announced that show here. There he just did his Stardust teaser. Did you? Am I too far ahead, or did he just do that on yours too?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, yeah, he did the cartwheel.
Yeah, he's just done the cartwheel, and then he has just done the drop-down uppercut thing.
Oh, I haven't got to the uppercut thing yet, I don't think.
Oh, I'm slightly ahead then. Do you want me to pause?
I don't know. They just locked up in mine in the middle of the ring, and Cody
just done the suicide dive.
Oh, yeah. I paused it for a second. I have not got to the suicide dive yet.
Okay.
Hold on. I just did drop down fist. All right, so he just did the fist.
Sorry, guys. This is the first episode. We will.
Yeah, it's better if we. All right, here comes the suicide dive. So I'm gonna tell you soon, and he connects, and they're both on the ground, so you can play it. Sorry. So we're about the same spot now.
And
Cody's shrugging his shoulders.
Blew a kiss to someone as well.
Yeah, he just blew a kiss. We're dialed up now. Brandy's on the screen. Okay, so now everybody knows where we're at. All right, we're good now. Cody's telling everybody to move. Correct.
As I say, we will work out the kinks, guys.
Yeah. This is a trial and error process, guys.
By the way, Cass, if I talk too much, tell me to shut up.
Dude, you're not talking. That's the point of this. We're supposed to be talking over it and talking about the match. So no, you're not talking too much. And I told you I'm going to work on you apologizing.
I know.
You don't need to apologize. I brought you on to talk. If I didn't want you to talk, I wouldn't have told you to be part of this process.
True. He's just telling people to move. and then he spun, and Dustin's hit him in the face.
Damn it! He just did the Cody just got thrown back in the ring on mine. Do I need to pause it?
Did Dustin just do a suicide dive before he threw him in the ring?
Yeah, I did a tope, or a flippy thing.
Right,
Dustin's on the top.
For a sec.
Dustin's on the top punching. Where are you at on yours?
Pause it for a sec.
Yeah, I did.
Just in the ring.
All right, when he's on his third punch in the corner, let me know.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
All right, 4. All right, so we're pretty much dialed in now.
Yep.
All right, now he stops and he does the thing. Right? Did you get that?
What's that? What's the hammer?
That's the Stardust.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what that meant. I'm not gonna lie.
Now he's doing the punches. Are you on the punches? Punches.
Yep,
punches. Punches.
The shake, rattle, and roll. I think it's called.
And he rolled out. Cody just rolled out. So we're pretty much sneaked up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So we got Cody walking around outside. Dustin back in. Okay. Yeah.
Question for you: Cody's best match in AEW, or has he had better?
I mean, Cody put on a lot of really good matches in AEW. Like, he tried to outwork everybody every match, but
it's up there.
Yeah, this is up there. This is probably my favorite. You know what I mean? Just because, like, I was so invested in this match, really.
He's just walked in the crowd. He's pissed off.
Yeah, he's out there by where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the section I'm in right there.
Oh, his theme's in my head now.
Why did he go even into the crowd? That seemed pointless.
Yeah, like, I would have understood, like, this is where I do agree with the rules thing.
Yeah, there was no count out enforced. You know what I mean? Like, at all right there.
Oh.
And
it's just been thrown in Dustin's face.
That's a weird little drop down breaker he did there. I've never seen him do that. We had him up like this and just drop straight down. What's your thoughts on JR's commentary in AEW? Because I really like him in this match. This is the first time I've probably heard I can't hear commentary because I got the headphones on for what they're saying at all commentary wise. We're just doing our own, but I remembered, so I can't hear it, but I remember at first though, he seemed very lost and uninterested in a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like he was mailing it in.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like he got invested until really like TV started and he was like there every week. And like, I don't know. That's what it felt like for me looking back at these, watching them again. Like I can't hear it now, but I do remember that being a thing, watching those again, being like, damn, could he be more like unenthusiastic and uninterested in some of the stuff that's going on? So I can't hear what he's doing in this match though, because we're talking and I got my volume down completely because I didn't want to have two background sounds trying to battle for each other either. Power slam. That was a good. He just nailed that gold dust slam. That looked good.
There you go. I've turned the volume down completely now. So
and I never really understood the weight belt. Like, why does Cody have this weight belt?
That was going to be my question to you because I do not know.
It's the Hulk Hogan look, but it serves no purpose really. I don't think right here because it's not even like
using it as a weapon later in the match.
Yeah, or I'm just going to give it away to the fans, which is cool too.
Yeah. Wait, is this a spot I think it is where? Oh no, it's not yet.
This is the Dustin firing up. Dustin's going to
fire up. Side note, watching a match without commentary is very weird.
It's not different, isn't it? Yeah.
Watching
it makes you appreciate. That's what it's like in the crowd though too. You're watching it without hearing them talk.
I've not attended a show live yet, so.
Oh yeah.
I've only done indies.
But I mean, it's similar. You know what I mean? It's the same thing where you're watching the show, not able to hear people. Not to hear commentary.
Oh yeah.
I always thought a good app would be for people that want to hear commentary and they're at a show like this.
Almost like they're doing in the cinema where they give you audio description headphones. They should give you that sort of thing at live shows.
Or you just bring your own headphones and you sign into the app. You know what I mean? And you scan your ticket. You scan your ticket or whatever, and it like unlocks the like.
This is the bit that I love because I do.
Oh, and he kicks him in the balls. Yeah.
And then in a minute,
man, whoever caught this turnbuckle pad got a good souvenir, bro. I remember being like, damn.
Did it get thrown into your section then?
No, because I'm...
so this is the bit we wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, the blood right there. I didn't see...
Do you think he got busted open hard way?
He's not bleeding yet.
He is oh, wait, no, he's not, is he?
No, he's not. He bleeds when he goes to the floor. I remember this in the crowd. I remember being like, oh, shit, he just gigged himself. Because I remember seeing, like, all of a sudden I looked up and he is gushing. It was like right there when he's doing it right there. He's doing it right there. So when Brandy hit him, he rolled out and covered his head. He's doing it right there, and now he's going to come up bloody. Yep. So he's definitely played it.
Really weird.
Or he hasn't done it yet, and he's doing it right there. You know, either way.
There's a
or
JR.
It might be when he rolls. He's doing it right there. See him under the mat doing it?
Yeah.
He's got his head under the apron. That's when he's blading right now.
There's a JR call in this match that I like when he's like, what kind of family is this? That I do find really funny.
That is funny. He would know. Got him.
And this bit. What was the reaction to DDP coming out?
It was pretty big. Is DDP already out? He's just now walking out on mine, I think.
No, he's just...
No, he's not even out now. Now he's coming. Crowd's reacting. He's on his way out. Yep, there he is. He just grabbed Brandy.
There.
Yeah. So we're right about the same. Now he picks Brandy up. It was cool because we were all like, "Oh shit!" But he had been at StarCast because StarCast was going on all weekend. So we had seen him in the, you know what I mean? We'd seen him around this weekend.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, "Oh shit, where'd he come from?" You know what I mean? It was like, "Oh shit, they got DDP out there." But yeah, Dustin's busted up and down. Yo, you can even see the straight lines from the cut, like from the blades.
Oh, okay.
2 slices.
JR has another good call in this match as well that I found quite funny, which was when DDP's carrying Brandy back, he's like, he's gonna take her back and do a little yoga and settle her down.
That's funny. Yeah, see, this was cool though, because like you couldn't really see from where I was at them fighting around, but you could definitely, the blood helped. Like it was cool. Everybody got really into it when the blood came out.
Like, I'm a bit funny with blood in wrestling because I've grown up with sanitized wrestling. I'll call it that.
Yeah, PG era.
I do feel like blood really does add in some situations.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a useful tool for storytelling purposes when needed like this.
I think Hangman's reign, and I know we're going slightly off topic, but Hangman's reign has been more impactful because he's bled a few times.
Yeah, I mean, it was a staple for Ric Flair. People that complain about too much blood in wrestling, it's like, did you not like ever remember Ric Flair in the 80s and 90s? Like his hair was the same color as Dustin's, you know, red everything, like every night. Dude, when I was a kid, every time I'd go to that was not just on TV, that was like not just pay-per-views and stuff, like house shows. Like I'm talking like not even TV, like, you know, high school gym shit. Ric Flair would be crimson mask and just red, white, blonde hair dripping in blood. So yeah, no, blood's useful when it needs to be told.
But
but you can definitely tell it was definitely he bladed. It wasn't a.
This is why it's cool watching something with your expertise, because it's like I wouldn't have personally seen that.
I like my roommate's an actual professional wrestler, so it's even more fun watching wrestling with him because he can tell like, oh, he knows this, like he can tell what spot's about to come up just from like how it starts. He's like, all right, gonna do three and then give it back, and you can see the wrestler like do 3 chops and the guy will give 3 chops back and like stuff like that. So you can kind of like, it's real fun knowing somebody that knows a little bit more about the business watching a match.
It's like I'm a baby in terms of doing what I do. Do you know what I mean?
And I like noticing stuff too when like they like paying attention when like, oh, he actually got him there. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, when somebody actually hits somebody and like, well, let's see when they give it back to him later. And like, there's the receipt. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like I like watching. Yeah. There's none of that much in this one probably because these two are just 2 brothers having fun. If they do, it's like all in good fun. It's not anything heated, but That's always fun to notice in a match. That was a good spot by Cody there to do the curb stomp too.
Curb stomp, bang.
Yeah. And crowd popped real big for that curb stomp too because look, he's gushing and leaking right there.
Are they popping for the curb stomp though, or are they popping for the kick out?
Everything, both the curb stomp and the kick out. But dude, he is leaking blood right here, bro. You could just see it just running down his head from the seats. I remember that. I remember being on the floor, being like,
as
dude,
someone that was there, was this the most electric the crowd was all night?
Yeah. Because I don't think they were expecting this either. You know what I mean? Like, I think this match caught them off guard.
What was your expectations going into this match?
I thought they would have a good match, but I didn't think it would be like match of the night, match of the year contender match. You know what I mean? Like, because this match was awesome.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the best matches of either of these guys' careers. You know what I mean? And I definitely wasn't expecting
It's only because I didn't grow up with Goldust, but this is my favorite Dustin match.
It's probably I grew up with Gold. I grew up with Dustin Rhodes. I remember when he was in WWF in the 80s before he went to WCW and was Dusty's kid. Because I remember him and Dusty wrestling $1 Million Man and Virgil when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Like 89.
Yeah.
Figure 4 spot. See, Cody's hitting all the hits right here, dude. He's doing the greatest hits.
A full 10 years before I was born, my friend.
Bro, I was born in 83.
Mate, you forget I'm a baby.
I'm a grandpa, man. I don't have any kids.
40th next year.
I don't have any kids, but I'm an old man. Yeah, it's my 40th in March.
Oof.
Yeah, dude, tell me about it.
I'm 24 next year.
Oh, dude, it's all downhill from there, bro.
I know. I know.
Yeah, I like this. Cody and Dustin are hitting all the greatest hits, man. They're doing like all the legends moves. You know what I mean?
Is this what you expected? More of the greatest hits, less of the blood?
No. I mean, I definitely felt like there'd be some blood because it's a Rhodes match. It's, they're out there to. Dusty was a bleeder. You know what I mean? So one of these guys was going to bleed. I expected it to be Cody, honestly.
I think from interviews that I've seen, Dustin felt like he had something to prove, though.
Because he did. Because he'd been stuck in WWE for so long and got told he couldn't wrestle anymore, and he didn't have it in him. So he was like,
he
"Shit,
was a trainer, if I remember correctly."
Yeah, they were just having him do bullshit stuff. Yeah, like he's so bloody. I was just surprised how much he bled. Like,
this is why I did wonder until you showed me the blading thing, where it was like, wait, did he actually get hit? Do you know what I mean?
No, he rolled under the mat. If he didn't have it in his tape or in his glove, he definitely rolled under the mat to do it so nobody could see him do it. He rolled under the apron so nobody could see him do it.
Oh, this is the other really good spot as well.
The whipping with the butt whooping.
He pulls his
ass out.
Yeah, and that's not me saying I like his ass. Don't get it twisted, man.
That's one of the greatest hits. That's a Ric Flair spot, man. Ric Flair always lost. I don't know how many times Ric Flair's ass would come out in a match. Once a match. Oh God, Dustin hitting the Destroyer too.
The
Code Red.
Code Red, I think it's called.
Code Red. It was a Code Red, yeah.
It's still surreal watching a match without commentary, mate.
Oh, dude, yeah. I do them all the time for these things, and it's definitely different. Yeah, I mean, the crowd's just getting into this now. You know what I mean? They're like, they didn't expect this. You could tell. And now they're fully invested too.
How spent were you after this match?
This was the third match from the end, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look and see.
Because if I remember,
this was just the co-main and the main event. So this was like,
the co-main was it was literally this.
It was after this match. It was the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers for the AAA, and then Jericho and Omega for the world title, with Moxley coming out for his debut after.
All right, I'll put it this way.
So the next hour after this match,
were you after this hour?
Well, I mean, it's literally an hour and a half because the Cody match is 23 minutes as well, and then 25 for the tag, and then 27 for the world title. So you're looking at almost an hour and a half with those three matches. But it was middle of the day, So I was
Oh, was it really?
Well, because we're on the West Coast. So in the East Coast, it starts at like 7 or 8 o'clock. I think this was a 7 o'clock start time.
So it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Bro,
but in the pre-show,
it started at like 1 a.m. my time. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but the pre-show was like, well, because it still would have started normal time, for you. You know what I mean? Because it would have been like everything goes by East Coast time, basically. You know what I mean? So, but the pre-show happened too. So there was an hour of pre-show before this as well, but it was in the middle of the day. And I had done StarCast before this as well. Oh, I did StarCast Disaster Kick. See, he's hitting all the greatest hits, man.
He just kicked him in the balls. If you're on the same bit.
And then it's Disaster Kick, and then Crossroads. But he does a couple Crossroads. No, we got another one. We do 2 Crossroads or 3 Crossroads.
That guy looks like one of my mates. I'm not gonna lie.
See, because StarCast was going on before this too. So like all day during the day was the final day of StarCast, and then some of the panels ended just in time for people to get to the arena. So I actually had to cut out of the dark side of the ring panel early to make it to the venue.
Oh, I want to do a StarCast so bad.
Too bad there probably won't ever be another one.
I know.
The AEW does their own thing now with a different
scrums, basically.
Well, no, they do like meet and greet with a different thing where they don't like do Conrad's convention with it anymore.
I know.
So it's about keeping money in house. I mean, it's business, Brandon. You know what I mean?
Which fair enough. Oh yeah, because Dustin hits a Crossroads, don't he?
Yeah. He does it right now. Boom, and his look good too. Cody sold it well.
Who does a better Crossroads?
Jay White.
Oh yeah, Jay White. I forgot about that.
Reno and WCW did this move first.
Oh, okay.
And somebody else used it back in the day. I saw somebody else use it when I was watching some old WCW, WWF in the 90s. I was like, oh shit.
Bro, that means this. That means nothing to me.
Dude, I've been watching WCW watch along chronologically.
Choreography, dancing.
Choreography, chronological. Dude, it's a long day for me.
Bro, it's nearly 10:30 at my time. Come on now.
Bro, I've been smoking weed all day. It's a long day.
Oh, fair enough.
By this point, my brain's like lucky I can even like stay on topic. But we're here. Dude, God, the trades. See, now they're doing the trades. Now we got trade back and forth. The trade segments, the boo, yay.
This is what I call the Cena yay boo segment.
And the drop down, yeah, and the Dustin drop down. Then Dustin's going to do it to him. Boom, the Cody drop down. See, this is just the trade, man. The trade off.
Dustin should have retired after this match.
No, he's still killing it, bro, and he brings tremendous value to that company. He's just a great veteran to have around for these young kids, man.
True.
And he doesn't have bad matches.
Oh no, what was that spot? Because I wasn't paying attention. I'm not.
That was just Dustin went for the pin after another, and just didn't get it. And now Cody kicked out. Now they're both just laying there gassed.
Because I think, if I remember correctly, they said on commentary this was his first match in a year?
Probably. Because he didn't wrestle much his last run of WWE before he got released, before finally they gave him his release. Oh, now he's going to do this.
He does the vertebraker, and then we're getting towards the end now, aren't we?
See, that's a banned move in WWE, I think.
Dangerous. And
I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to do that move in WWE, so that's probably why he was doing it here too. You know what I mean?
I get that, but
doing stuff that they're not allowed to do.
That move does just look dangerous.
I'm pretty sure Shane Helms. That was the first time when he was in WCW, the vertebraker. That was the first time I ever saw that. Was him doing that move. Part of 3 counts before he was ever the Hurricane, bro. Oh, here we go. Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, last Crossroads, and then
is it that the last one? Or did you do one more?
I think
that's the last one. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And now we get the speech afterwards too.
Right, I have some thoughts on this. And
we'll watch through the speech because it's part of the match.
You may completely disagree with my thoughts on this. I hate the speech.
it's all about him. It's another one of those to like.
No, because like they've just beat each other up, and then now he wants to tag with him.
I need my brother. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't. But they weren't fighting out of hate. You know what I mean? They were more just like fighting out of like brotherly
Sibling
respect.
rivalry, I get that, but
Yeah.
that's just me and the way my brain works with wrestling. Do you know what I mean?
But when I was in the crowd, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna ask him to be his tag partner. And it's a good wrestling storyline. It's perfect. You know what I mean? Like that's what in the crowd, that's what everybody was hoping for. It was just it hit all the points.
I was just gonna you've just
answered what you're about to say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it hits all the points it needs to do. It hits all the things it needs to do because you want Cody wants to, put himself over, but he doesn't want to do it at the expense of his brother, but he wants to make his brother look good. So that's a speech to make Dustin look strong. And then it sets up a tag match, brothers versus brothers, at the next pay-per-view that they're going to Fight for the Fallen.
You were there again, weren't you?
At Fight for the Fallen. Mm-hmm.
What?
Cannot give you too much. I was blackout drunk almost by Fight for the Fallen because I was not working. I was not part of any scrum. I was just drinking in the crowd. And I had a good time. I
was literally just going to ask you about the match, but obviously not important.
Oh, the tag match was great too at Fight for the Fallen, but I mean, it wasn't as good as this, but it was good. It was a different type of match. You know what I mean? It was just really, it was good as hell though. I enjoyed that match too.
Once we've finished and we stop recording,
we'll do the highlights. Oh
yeah.
Oh, finish up the highlights. So now we're doing the speech. Let's get into the speech here. Cody's going back into a dress. Look at all the blood, though.
He's taking his boots off now, isn't he?
He was going to, yeah. So they were teasing that he's going to retire. And then Cody's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You don't get to retire. I can't do it. It's too late in the day.
I need you. I need you. You're my brother. You're my brother.
That was very Paul Bearer, by the way.
Percy Pringle for life, my man. But
would you think less of me if I said I didn't figure out what Paul Bearer was till I was 19?
That's funny.
I did not figure out what it was till I was 19, mate.
You didn't know that Paul Bearer was actually a Paul Bearer reference to the Undertaker?
Thankfully, I'll put it this way. Thankfully, I didn't. Oh, shush.
Here we go.
So during this, I'm a bit like. That's just the way my brain works with wrestling. I just don't like you fought each other. Now you're gonna fight alongside each other.
It'd be different if they weren't brothers, man. Think about it. You know what I mean?
I'll put it this way. What's your thoughts on the Blackpool Combat Club with
I like it.
Them fighting and then now Regal's like, get your shit together, and now they're a tag team.
It's great. It's like Fight Club. Like the movie Fight Club. They fight each other and now they're a team.
Okay.
You gotta fight me to get respect. And now I know that you can fight and you're a tough son of a bitch. Now you can be with me, kind of thing. And that's kind of what this was too.
I think it works in some ways, but in other ways I'm a bit like another self-indulgent Cody moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was also about bringing Dustin up too, after you just used him to elevate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
again, this is stuff that I'm learning because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about making Dustin not,
I think this is the thing. I still watch wrestling as a fan. Do you know what I mean?
And this is a big thing for fans here too, because look at this crowd, dude. This crowd's eating this shit up.
What was your reaction in the crowd?
That was awesome. It was awesome.
Maybe if I was in the crowd, I might feel different, but like it just doesn't. The emotion doesn't translate on TV. I'll put it that way.
But it wasn't like there was a storyline leading into it where they were fucking blood feuding either, where they hated each other and they don't want to be brothers. It was more or less just like, hey, little brother, I'm gonna wrestle you, And Cody's like, okay, let's see if you can one up me. You know what I mean? It wasn't it wasn't any type of animosity in this match. So
no.
For them to go this way doesn't really kill anything because,
I know. It's just something I need to get out of my brain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like I said, it'd be different if there was storyline animosity and they were in like a blood feud. Like, I hate you. I don't want anything to do with you. You're out of the family or something like that. And then they have this match. Now they love each other. That's a little different. They were, you know, I mean, they didn't go into it.
You've changed my mind on this.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And besides that, you're setting up brother versus brother. You know?
Yeah. Right. So they've just walked backstage in my one. Should I pause it now?
Yeah, they just walked stage in mine too. So we'll pause it and we'll stop, and that's that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it served the purpose too to have this match set up the next pay-per-views match too, because the Bucks and Cody and Dustin was like a featured match at the next pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, I suppose. Again, you've changed my mind on that one.
Yeah, it had reason, it had purpose. You know what I mean? It wasn't just to build Cody up; it was to. I mean, because you have this time too, they don't have TV every week either, so it's not like they could, you know, long term make that happen from this match to do it over a couple weeks. You know what I mean? You got no shows between now and your next pay-per-view.
No, that's true.
So
fair enough.
You gotta do it right after the match. You know what I mean? Because you can't, you know, I mean, you can set up through BTE segments, but most of your audience isn't going to see that. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So that's the reason they did it like that too, because you don't have the TV time to like 4 weeks, you know, 3 months to progress it. You know what I mean? Because this was May and then All Out's in September. So you don't have June, July, August to like slow roll it. So,
all right, you've changed my mind. Okay.
Yeah, man. I've watched all the wrestling in my years too, man. So where I'm like, all this is just rehashed storytelling from the 50s, 60s on. You know, it's all like all these. Yeah. You know, I mean, brother. Like,
you forget, I'm still what some people.
You're a newbie, man. You're fresh. You're fresh meat. But yeah, like I like that's your favorite match. Honestly, that's a cool match to be like.
I'll put it this way: out of every match I put in the poll, I was like, because each match has sentimental value. That one because it's my favorite. Michael's Taker because it was my favorite as a kid. Shinsuke Nakamura
Sammy,
because it was my favorite takeover match, and Foley versus Edge because it was the match I saw as a kid and was like
that Foley Edge match. Is that the burning spear through the
burning table spot? Yeah.
Okay, thought so. Those are all good matches, but like me, I grew up with like I got a lot more to pull from. So I'm like, oh man, what's my favorite match? Is it?
Because this is what I was going to say to you. Should we do your favorite matches next week?
I really probably couldn't. I couldn't literally tell you my 4 favorite matches. Honestly, I have so many that I like that it would just be like. I would want to watch a random Nitro match. I'd be like, ooh, I want to watch Juventud Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio from the May 14th Nitro 1997. Like stuff like that. So there's just so much good shit. So that's like stuff that I'm going to pull when I pull matches. I guess not.
It's your turn next week, mate. So.
Okay. I don't know what you'll have to give me a couple of days to compile a list of some matches, but I will have.
You've got till Saturday because
Saturday
that's when I'll put the poll up. Yeah.
Saturday, I'll submit mine for the poll. But we wanted to talk about, you wanted to ask me about the live experience versus the rewatch, right?
Anything you saw different?
No, not really anything I saw different, but it was just more or less like me remembering like what it felt like to be there. You know what I mean? Like when I was watching it, it'd be like, oh man, I remember the crowd was real big right here.
Yeah.
But, you know, and there was like some stuff that like I couldn't, and because they didn't really go. They kept everything right there in the ring, so it wasn't like they worked away from me where I didn't get to see much. You know what I mean? They didn't go into the crowd. They didn't go on the other side of the ring. They didn't have any spots really that weren't right there with the camera.
I'll put it this way: did the match translate as well live as it did on TV for me?
It probably was better live because
and
I
then
was
vice versa.
I was so invested. Yeah, I mean, TV was good too, but being there live, dude, like just because you're feeding off all the people around you too. You know what I mean? And how into it everybody else is, and all the and all the excitement that everybody's got. So, and I remember not expecting much out of that match. You know what I mean? Like, no, not to knock anything that Dusty or Cody do. I just definitely was like Dustin. I mean, I that was me mixing Dustin and Cody together and calling him Dusty, but Dustin and Cody, I wasn't really expecting much out of that match. I mean, I thought it'll be a good match. I'm like, it'll be cool, it'll be okay, but I wasn't expecting them both to just like. Fucking balls to the wall, put everything out there like they did.
Again, I think because I suffer from something I have coined WWE PTSD, I think I was exactly the same. Like, I had only seen them as Cody Rhodes, what I would call vanilla babyface, or like just not a great character, to and then Gold Dust, which by the time I started watching wrestling was again
not Gold Dust anymore.
Not Gold Dust at all. Just literally
it was a shell of the character. Yeah, it was a shell of the character it used to be. But
I love this match, man, and I'm so glad I got to watch it again. And I'm glad I got to watch it with you, my friend.
I am too, man. I'm glad I got to find out what your favorite match is. I will brainstorm real hard this week. It's going to be some obscure pulls, but I can tell you one of them is going to be from New Japan, and it's going to be Vader versus Stan Hansen, the match where Vader's eye pops out. That's going to be one of them. I can give you my New Japan login to watch that if we need to.
I was just going to say that.
I got you on that. But that's one of them for sure. And I can't really tell you what the other one's going to be yet. I'll have to really do some thinking on that.
I've already got 4 for my turn the week after.
Cool. But yeah, man, anything else you want to talk about on this match? Like, it was weird too, because like there was a lot going on that match too. You know what I mean? Like we talked about, like the stuff at the beginning.
I don't feel like we did a commentary. I feel like we were just bullshitting at times.
That's the same thing. That's what I call it. Like we're talking about what we see, you know. But the stuff with the throne at the beginning was weird because like at the time that really established that like, hey, we're gonna like take shots and go to war. You know, and that was the first time they got put on TV in anybody's eyes, and that's what you know what I mean? You're taking a direct jab at the guy that told Cody that he couldn't take it. You know what I mean? He didn't make it anymore. So, you know, that was your first real like, okay, so we are going to make a war out of this, even though they said they weren't. You know what I mean? Obviously they did. And there was a lot, like we said too, there was a lot of like, it's the first time we got to see the Cody entrance for the first time. And there was a lot of production hiccups.
Issues. The fact that his music just starts twice.
Yeah, they didn't loop it. They didn't loop it right. They didn't time it out right. It took too long. They missed him come through the fucking tunnel. They were focused on the chair, and they're like, "Oh, Brandy's already out here," and turned around. The camera just like turned and caught her, and then went back to Cody. That shouldn't have been done like that. And then the chair didn't even break correctly. You know what I mean? It's like they hadn't done it yet. They had one take at it, like, "Hope let's do it right," and then it doesn't break the way you wanted it to break either. There was some hiccups, but they also didn't do anything like that ever again.
Yeah, and I also think the most important thing for like this show is the match is fucking killer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
the match really needed to be good to take away from all that they did in that entrance that Cody wanted to do, I think.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but that is
because
a good point.
If the match wasn't so good, I mean, even though people made a big deal about the entrance and it was talked about, I think if the match was just an average like match, and that entrance was so elaborate, so much of a like personal statement, you know what I mean? At the time, I think that match he had to go all out of that match like that. It had to be such a hard, like full throttle match because dude, like that was interesting. And it was weird too that they didn't do anything like that ever again, as far as like weird, cheap, shoddy entrance stuff like that, making fun of Cody's past business ventures and people he's worked with, and taking shots at the competition because like they said they weren't doing it, but obviously they were, so I don't know, it's weird. And you got to wonder like how much of this was influenced by Cody at the time too, you know what I mean? That's my dog's barking in the background, like because at this point he was very
a dog. I'm not sure if it's yours or mine. At
this point too, he was very much a creative executive vice president role that hadn't been taken away from him yet. That hadn't been taken away yet. So this has got to be like, this is what I want. We're doing this and this. You know what I mean? I think anyway that was heavy Cody. You know what I mean? And then it probably wasn't received well. It didn't go off well. Obviously, we saw the hiccups. So starting to lose a little bit of pull there probably too. Yeah, like all right, that didn't go well right out the gate. Let's see what we got from here. And then 2019, what do you guys? Was it 2021? A year. He only had a year maybe of being an executive vice president, and before it was just in name alone.
Dude, bro, don't ask me.
Yeah, so I mean, at the beginning of the pandemic is about when that ended. So you got another 6 months, 7 months of that before it's starting to be issues.
And then Cody Island started, but that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. There was a lot that went on there that started that. But, yeah, it's just fun looking back at that too, thinking about that too. Because, like, now that we know where he is now and how everything went and what happened with him leaving and going free agency, to look back at their first ever pay-per-view as a company and how they featured Cody and what he did, and then where he is now. It's just it's a very interesting circle. You know what I mean?
It definitely is.
Because if you watch that, you would be like, there's no way he's going back, and they'll ever allow him back. And then here we are.
Money talks, my friend. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Hey, man, he has a mortgage and a new kid, barely. He bought a big new house, huge mortgage.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. He's got a big mortgage to pay, and bills happen. So, yeah,
Fair
man.
enough.
But that's a good match, man. I enjoyed it. Tom, let's tell everybody where they can find you. Plug all your stuff coming up. If you got some stuff dropping, tell everybody about your stuff, man. Push your product.
Tom Talks Rubbish on Twitter. Obviously, follow this show on Twitter at Wrestle Watch Pod. You asked me this earlier. I think it's Wrestle Watch Pod.
It is.
Wrestle Watch Pod. Follow bodyslam.net. Subscribe to Tom Talks Rubbish on YouTube. Subscribe to TT to basically get interviews with many people in the wrestling media. Like, I can't tell you what's dropping because my content is scheduled so far in advance, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm sure if you look at my channel, I have interviewed some of your favorites in wrestling media, including this guy right here.
Hey, man, I'm one of your many people that have passed through your guest chair.
Yeah.
But.
And Twitter, and obviously subscribe to Body Slam to stay up to date with this show.
Yeah, man.
But that's it, mate. That's pretty much all I've got to plug.
All right, man. Well, guys, you can follow me on Twitter and any social media platform at this handle right here at Casshole with 3 O's, CASSHOOOLE. Yeah, buddy. I see you raising your hand. Like we're in class. What's up?
No, I was just going to say to you, is there a way that I can add my Twitter handle to?
Yeah. So click, see down below. I'll tell you later, but you see the little 3 dots on your face down below?
Yes. Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah. Anyway, Tom's Twitter handle at Tom Talks Rubbish, all one word. So if you see his name right there, guys, at Tom Talks Rubbish on Twitter, you can find him. But guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff at Casshole with 3 O's, CASSHOOOLE. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done that already. You're watching it on YouTube, I assume you've subscribed. But if you haven't, click the button, subscribe to us. Also, give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. It helps us out.
And share it around to help the channel.
And share it around too, man. Yeah, if you like what we're doing, share it. Make sure, like you said, follow the podcast Twitter so you keep up on our on all of our polls and all of our banter and nonsense, because we'll try to stay active on that thing to interact with everybody. But yeah, follow us there, Wrestle Watch Pod. Follow the Body Slam site as well. You can do that, like I said, www.bodyslam.net. Wrestling news, editorials, results dropping all the time. We got podcasts about every day on our YouTube and Twitch. Twitch.tv/bodyslamnet. And yeah, man, appreciate it, guys. At bodyslamnet on Twitter as well. We appreciate it. This was a fun first episode. We got more coming. We'll have another one next week. This will probably it's going to drop either on Thursday nights or Friday, probably, for future reference for everybody. So that's
I'll leave that in Cass's call.
Yeah, if we're recording it on Thursday, because that's what it is right now, it'll probably either drop Thursday night or Friday. And if it's live, it'll be live on Thursday. So you can look for it on Thursdays or Fridays. Guys, I appreciate it. Yeah, all the support as always. You can also, like I said before, if you feel like donating to our cause, you can go to slamchats.com to throw some donations down, or go to my Twitter page. It's got that little tip jar John on it, and you guys can throw some bucks at us that way if you felt like it.
Help us keep the lights on.
Yeah, man. Like this stuff doesn't. There's expenses involved, so we got to make some money somehow. I hate shilling it out, but we got to do it. But thanks, guys. I appreciate all you do. Look for us again soon. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. We appreciate it. See you next.